Hello, guys. I found an idea for microfiction, and that's what I'm going to be using. I'll try and write 10 to 20 pieces from it. So the idea is copyworking. Not really copyworking per se, but it's more like I'm going to take the work of two to three top microfiction writers and study their work and then emulate their work. Not copy per se, but kind of like use their work to get into the sense of it, kind of more like you're taking a great piece and then you're trying to like repeat at the pattern, see how it came to be. And through in the process of doing that, the goal is not to write those stuff and then say that, oh, this is my work. The goal is to get the rhythm to use for writing my own work. So it's more like we mimic others, kind of like how a child, when they are trying to speak, everything you say, they say it. You're like, oh, come here, like come here. They're mimicking you, and usually the most frequent phrase you mention at home is what the child usually starts speaking with. And if you're like, oh, mommy, daddy, this, and then we're like, dada, papa, mama, and stuff like that. Yeah. So from there on, the child starts making its own sentence. But then usually, from frequent copying what others are saying, that's how they get the rhythm of uh, of what to say. So same thing with me for writing. Though I've been using prompts, what I want to do is I want to copy copy. So take the works, look at it, study the style, and rewrite it. So I can take a story, for example, and say, okay, let's say this could have happened. Let's say we change it. This, just work this and work things a bit, and kind of like an exercise to get in the flow, and then for there figure out my footing, and from there move on to writing. Most writers recommend it. NSM will hand copy or writings of writers he loved and admired to get into the flow. It does work. Kind of, yeah, it does work. I can't really see how well it works until I've tried it. So I'll try it. Some of the writers that I know that write microfiction are Saunders. Is it Saunders? How do you pronounce it? George Saunders. I have Lisa Davis, or Lisa David, and yeah, a couple of other writers I'd look at and study their work and see how I can recreate something of my own. Yeah. So basically, that's just it. That's what I'll be doing. When I do work on that, I'll let you know how it goes and give a feedback report on it. So far, I just feel that there's so much potential. There's so much magic I could create with all the opportunities and all the resources out there. I see it. I know it. And I think it's time for me to sit up and get to work. Yeah, that's just it. That's the thought of been entering my mind. Even though I'm talking about the copywriting, that's the thought of been entering my mind. I need to get stuff done so that I can start showing up and podcasting and telling you guys. And then also I need to start writing in terms of what I mean by writing. I need to start taking on projects and working on them. Yeah, honestly, because hiding in the dark, it's how long will I do that? Am I even sure of tomorrow? Am I even sure of the future? I'm like, oh, when I grow up, I'm going to start like, dude, are you even sure of the future? Are you sure of it? Yeah, that's it. Are you sure of the future? Yeah, I'm not even sure of today. You're talking about the future. We all want to live long, but you and I know that stuff happens, and yeah, that's life. So I will be copywalking, and yeah, it's copywalking is the word for it. You get in the flow and to master some techniques and all writings too. So I'll probably read some of my writing and I don't know, just read it. And more of the podcast is for me to give myself accountable. And I see all of you have been listening, and I greatly appreciate that. I know the podcast is not what you would call premium quality per se, but we're getting there. You get. And one of the quotes I saw about writing and creativity for Van Gogh, and I wanted to share it with you, is and Van Gogh was like, he said, I start the things that I do not yet know how to do in order to know how to do them. Like something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but something like that. So, like, you don't know how to write a story yet. Start writing the story. In writing a story, you figure out how to do it. Same thing with me trying to become a creative writer. I don't know how to do it yet. So when I start doing it, I'll figure out how to do it. And that's generally good. We don't know how to do it, but we yet. We don't know how to do it yet. And then we try to work on it. And usually for me, most projects, most challenging projects that I've worked on, I really had no idea what I was doing. I started the project, and at the end of the day, I was like, oh, you should probably come for me for consultation on this field. Yeah, yeah, I had no idea, absolutely. Well, I walked through every step of the way, and at the end of the day, I was like, wow, dude, I think I got to figure out. I think I know how it works now. So that's the quote. I do the things that I do not know how to do yet in order to figure out how to do them, something like that. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Onyemichina Konam, and if you listen to the Buildwriting podcast, until next time, keep writing.